cause it still feels like heaven. Cause we don't let the bad vibes get in, we don't let them win. Testify to the strength of a true bond, flying high over the heads of a root mob, staying at the revolution of the whole plot, kill 'em all with love. I don't care if they're talking about us. No, I don't care if they put us down. No, I don't care if the sky falls around us. We're riding on a pink cloud. Oh, oh. We're riding on a pink cloud. 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 Our mother is the boom in the baseline. Our father is the backbeat halftime. They say we were born under a bad sign. We say yes, so what? We're the ones who create our own world. Friendly assassins known as pegboard. All glory and praise to the bad Lord. Kill 'em all with love.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Way early this morning, Brad Higdon shared a major spoiler alert from everyone's favorite hit show, sad emojis to express his feelings about the plot twist, and a playlist he made to drown out his sorrows? Dude, oversharing alert. Brad, Geico has something worth sharing with those who haven't befriended you. Like how you could save hundreds on your car insurance at geico.com. So stop moping about the post-apocalyptic world and start saving in the real world. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
When the world takes hold, it never lets you go. Through the snow, we got a long way left to do. You don't have to be downhearted. Let's return to where we started. You don't have to be downhearted, 'cause I'll be the one fighting for you. I'm fighting for you. Sometimes you gotta wonder if it's worth it. I don't know, but I can give you a hope that won't fade away, so you can keep your...
Hi, I'm Nicole, a freshman in Design and Visual. Welcome to the first live broadcast of AVTV. Today you will be seeing the recap of the Assabet Valley grand reopening.
Assabet Valley submitted a statement of interest to the Massachusetts School Building Authority seeking their support for funding of our major repairs. We were very excited on November 16, 2011, when the Massachusetts School Building Authority agreed to support our project. They are willing to pay approximately 54% of the repairs that are needed, which equates to $33 million. The interesting thing about this is, because we are a regional school, we need all 7 of our sending districts to approve the project.
After 3 long years of waiting, Assabet Valley finally revealed their brand new renovated school. I'm Georgia Frool, and I'm going to be providing you with full coverage of today's events. Today we have exclusive interviews with Lieutenant Governor and her thoughts on public versus regular education and her thoughts on the Assabet Valley renovations. We also have an interview with a 98-year-old who first started the Cosmo program here in Assabet Valley. Here are some fun facts you might have not known about the construction at Assabet. The overall budget was $62 million, and the number of subcontractors were 41. 13 consultants and engineers were involved, and 250 regular project meetings, 426 construction drawings, and it took 891 days, and there are over 250,000 man-hours put in. There's a cooler tower capacity of 750 tons, 2,652 sprinkler heads, 4 science labs, and 2 new multi-purpose science labs, and a 281,400 square feet of roofing replaced, and a new wheelchair lift. There's 20 new water heaters, 6 new boilers, 129 new toilets, 43 roof exhaust fans, 668 windows replaced, 3,751 light fixtures, 75 new exterior door systems, and new camera systems. And now we have interviews from the political community and their thoughts about the Assabet Valley renovations. We also have an interview from the Lieutenant Governor, Karen Polito.
Well, I've been a longtime fan of this school, and I'm very pleased after 3 hard years of work to see this day come to fruition. Took a lot of teamwork. You know, the communities that contribute to this school participating, the State Building Authority contributing, but most importantly, the students, the parents, the faculty, your administration here, and Governor Baker and I are extremely proud of this community for working so hard to make this possible for so many more students to come here. Well, again, I'm really happy about this because Governor Baker and I realize that vocational technical education is a real strong part of our K-12 public education system. It's something that's really working. Employers across the Commonwealth, and in particular in this region, really embrace the program at this school and others like it, because you're graduating students with skills that can really work directly with the jobs that these employers need to fill. And I love the whole program around the students understanding how to work. So your whole robotics program, the soft skills around work is really an integral part of your program. You know, knowing how to apply for a job, knowing how to present yourself, knowing how to dress and bring that work ethic forward is all part of your program. And that's very unique to vocational technical education. So, I mean, I love that, and we really need more of this in the Commonwealth because it's something that's working. Well, I think that the technical education here truly is workforce development, because we've been engaging in very active conversations with employers around the Commonwealth and asking them, what are the skills you need for the jobs that you have at your company? And they oftentimes say the skills that students from folk technical schools are graduating with, specific skills and technology around the innovation economy, in the trades, from plumbing, electrical, metalwork, all of that is integral to a strong economy. In fact, I think that the VOC-Tech schools are sort of a product of their own, or victim of their own success, because a lot of the students are graduating, going on to college. We need both tracks. We need college-bound students, but we also need students to graduate with skills that can directly enter the workforce. So we view the voc-technical schools as workforce development. And that's a little different focus than the comprehensive high schools. I am very fortunate to chair the STEM Council with Congressman Joe Kennedy. And that's a council that's focused on science, technology, engineering, and math. And we should be focused like a laser beam early on in a student's life, starting at kindergarten, and on a continuum, focus on STEM education throughout a student's career in our school system. Well, I think the science labs and the ability to really connect to the innovation and technology economy is really important. New aspect of the school. I've always a big fan of the traditional aspects of the program as well, from the culinary to the trades that are focused on here. And I just think the overall look and feel of the school is so inviting and so comfortable. It's a place that you really don't want to leave, and that's a really good thing from a student's perspective. Oh my goodness, that's a hard choice. I think I would have taken something in the technical fields, trying to understand how to program and use the equipment that can make things, whether it's designing something and then creating a mold, and then that mold can lead to greater things. I think the manufacturing sector in Massachusetts is really strong and can be stronger because of programs like this at the voc-technical school. I mean, I love to cook too, so I think I'd enjoy a lot of other parts of the program too, which is what's great about this program at Assabet Valley, that a student can come here not knowing exactly what they want to do, but then try different areas, understand what their strengths are, and then develop over the 4-year period of time a program around their strengths.
I'm very impressed with the renovations. I've always said that Assabet Valley Regional Technical High School has always provided a 21st century education, but it hasn't had a 21st century building. And now with the grand reopening of the school, it has that. And I think that's something that's going to better support the staff, the faculty, and the students. My first impressions were that the main entrance is very welcoming, and that the cafeteria is just a much brighter space, and I think it's something that's going to make kids more excited to be at the school and to learn throughout the day. I would say again probably the cafeteria. Each year I host a senior conference here. And just the thought of bringing seniors here and really being able to enjoy the new cafeteria is very exciting. Well, I think more and more there's a strong connection between the jobs that are out there and vocational education, and so I think more and more vocational education is something that's incredibly relevant to the different jobs that are out there. And that's why we need to better support vocational education at the state level. Well, I will say that I'm very concerned about too much standardized testing in the public schools, including the possibility of the park exam, because I think you could take away from kids being able to learn everything they need to in the schools. So I am a little concerned about sort of the high-stakes standardized testing that keeps on being pushed onto schools, including Assabet Valley. Probably metal shop. Yep. I got a gift from a student here at Assabet Valley many years ago of a flower that he had made using metal, and I still have it on my desk at the State House today.
And now I have a very special guest, Edith Pasquale. She's 98 years young, and she is the founder of the Assabet Cosmetology Shop. We talked to her about how her trade has changed over the years and her thoughts on the new renovation.
Well, we started in a little red house in Southborough, And then all our thoughts were started there, and then we transferred it all to Assabet here in Marlborough. It's exciting. We had to find out what we wanted for equipment, and it was my first experience starting in the cosmetology department. Oh, a lot. It's changed, but we usually did everything had to be precise in cosmetology. Now everything is very natural. So I think it's kind of nice. And color, I think color is a big, important factor in cosmetology now. And you really have to know your coloring. And I don't know if people aren't getting perms anymore. So all that, that was a business in itself, getting perms. So I think it's very nice, I think it's very attractive, although not everybody looks kind of the same. No one's an individual anymore. Everyone's wearing long hair. Before there was a lot more individual styling done, whereas now, I can't imagine all the work that we put into finger waving and all that. And now it's something in the past. It's interesting. I really don't know, because I haven't had the chance to go through it. But we go to the cafeteria once in a while. But it isn't like the old, I haven't gone to the old department yet, and I'm very anxious to get there.
And now we have interviews from the school administrators and their thoughts and how they helped every step of the way with the Assabet renovations.
I think the biggest challenge was the coordination with all of the teachers to make sure, my goal throughout this entire project was to make sure that students didn't miss out on learning. So I think the biggest part was to make sure that after the work that was conducted over each summer the past 3 years, I wanted to make sure that we started school on time and make sure that kids were able to continue to learn. So in terms of finding swing space or alternative classrooms or using the modulars, I think that was the biggest challenge throughout this project. So I was very happy. I mean, today is a great day. I think there's a lot of people that need to be thanked for today. I mean, I know our maintenance department, our food service department, they really did a lot of work to get this school in top shape. And a lot of credit goes out to our owner's project manager, our general contractor, our architect, because it really took a team effort to come up with these designs to make sure that students weren't impacted on day-to-day learning. And I think to say at the end of the project that students continue to learn, they continue to be educated, they continue to get involved in extracurricular activities with minimal impact, I think is the big success that I see. I think my favorite part of the renovation is to see people who haven't been in the school in a while and walk in and have a completely different feel. Obviously the lobby is completely different, the cafeteria is completely different. We've done a lot of updates in the gymnasium, but I think the frustrating part for me is the senior, the upperclassmen who lived through it for 3 years and graduated. They didn't get to experience the renovated school. But the best part is that it'll last another 40 years. But there are some aesthetic upgrades as well as mechanical upgrades that you can't see. But I think it's great. I mean, my experience in education, I've worked at 2 vocational high schools, Minuteman Regional Vocational High School and Assabet Valley. And I think the hands-on learning that students get at a vocational school has been great. The updates that we've made to all 17 of our shops, they're more safe. And there's a lot more security involved, and I think certainly the hands-on learning for our students here. I think students should be able to have options, and that's what they have. They can go to their comprehensive high school, they can go to their vocational technical high school, and I think it's great that we are an option for students.
I think it's outstanding. Everything looks beautiful. I love the addition of these seats where you students and others can meet and talk, and the dining area is outstanding. I'm very, very pleased with it.
I'd have to agree. I think the renovations at the school have been great. It's good to see that the students are reacting as well as they are too.
Outstanding, lots of fun, lots of activity, and a lot of great, great people, and it stands for, it looks and works with what Assabet's all about, community involvement. So I think it was outstanding.
And as an alumni, it was just awesome, just to see the change in the school and the progress that's been made.
For me, I still think I love the way the conversational areas in the halls and everything. I think that's outstanding because I think it will encourage students and others to talk and mingle and socialize. And I think that's a great part of education.
I like that as well, but I also think the cafeteria remodeling has improved everything here. That caf looks great compared to what it used to look like.
Yeah.
You want me to go first? Sure. I'm a graduate of Assabet, class of '81, and I can say firsthand that it has helped me immensely. The career and life that I have couldn't have been any different if I didn't come here. My local high school didn't offer me what I needed and got here, so I think vocational ed is a great thing.
So I work in private industry today. I'm not a technical school graduate, but I've learned so much by being on the school committee. Plus, I've learned, been able to look at my business, my work experience, and the technical education here. And there is really a connectivity to it, and I think it's awesome. And at my company, when we're looking for entry-level people from a technical standpoint, it works to call here to see if there are any students who are available. So your design is perfect for bringing people into industry.
At the time when I came here, it was called data processing. It's the computer shop. So it was a lot of different things. When I came at the time, technology was up to TV monitors and keyboards, and when I was here taking classes, it was key punch cards. It lagged a little bit, but once we get out in the industry, we had the skills that we needed.
Oh, that's a great, great question. I probably would have been in the design and visual. I'm not saying that because of what you're doing, but it's where my interests are, and probably what I would have done.
I'm Karen Polito, Lieutenant Governor, and I'm happy to be watching AVTV at Assabet Valley Tech today at the reopening of the new school, and I'm very proud and honored to be here.
I go to UMass Boston, so it's the University of Massachusetts at Boston. So at UMass Boston, I'm a management major with a double concentration in accounting and finance. So that is a very, very math-heavy field. And being able to take AP Calculus at Assabet really helped me with that because my first couple semesters, I took one math, then another math, but this year I have essentially 4 math courses I'm taking that cover all different aspects, everything from macroeconomics to managerial statistics. And all those things, while they're not a pure math course, they involve heavy, heavy math portions. And being able to take an advanced math here at Assabet really prepared me for the type of operations that you do in those college level classes. Oh, definitely, yeah. I actually came from a very diverse academic background. I homeschooled for 6 years, and then I went to a private school for 2 years, and then decided to proceed to Assabet for a different kind of education. What really interested me was the shop environment, because I was really interested in learning how to work with my hands. And Assabet definitely provided that, especially in that shop environment. I felt a really close, almost like family-like relationship with the teachers and the people in my shop. No, it definitely does, because not only are you learning, academic skills, you're learning. So when you learn to work with your hands, it's not just now I know how to weld, 1/8-inch pieces of steel. Now I have problem-solving skills, because when you're in that shop and you're doing a project, it's not handed to you. The answer isn't given to you in a book or something. You have to figure it out for yourself. So it really helps you develop your problem-solving skills. Oh, definitely, yeah. There's so many opportunities that I got into at Assabet just because of the place that this is. I never would have been on multiple engineering teams if it wasn't for my lacrosse coach, Chuck DuPont. It wouldn't have been, I wouldn't have played lacrosse if it wasn't for my lacrosse coach. I wouldn't have been on the math team. I wouldn't have been on robotics. There's so many different opportunities that I really wouldn't have had anywhere else except Assabet. Oh, don't even get me started with that, because this is one of my favorite topics when I talk to people about going to a technical school, because this school has given me so many more opportunities than any other school. I know people who went to the Advanced Math and Science Academy, it's a very, very prestigious school for academics, but because I went to Assabet and I had these certain opportunities and I had these opportunities to learn, I actually got into a lot of colleges that they weren't able to get into. It's just things like that. There's just so many examples of how a technical education prepares you better for life after school.
Thank you for joining us on today's grand reopening of Assabet Valley. I'm Georgia Ftoul.
Thank you for watching the first live broadcast of AVTV. Stay tuned to our Vimeo channel, and we'll see you next broadcast.
Sometimes you gotta wonder if it's worth it. I don't know, but I can give you a hope that won't fade away, yeah. So you can keep your heart safe. You don't have to be downhearted. Let's return to where we started. You don't have to be downhearted, 'cause I will be the one fighting for you. Takes hold, it never lets you go. Through the snow, we got a long way left to go. But you don't have to be downhearted. Let's return to Good morning, eyes open, I can see the light shining through. Good morning, blinds open, I'm coming home to you. Soft with the weather, cool with the breeze. Flip through the pages of reality. Float like a feather out to the sea. Roam like a lion, living wild and free. We can see the stars shining through. Good evening, blinds closing. It's just me and you. Soft with the weather, cool with the breeze. Flip through the pages of reality. Float like a feather out to the sea. Roam like a lion, living wild and free. Just like